Okay, I'm turning on.
Welcome, everyone.
She started.
Nice to see you all here. Today we're going to put our attention towards the heart chakra, but of course we'll basically be going into thoughtless awareness and meditating. We'll do that twice. We'll also watch an excerpt of Srimataji's talk regarding the center heart chakra, which is very nice. I'll just recap a bit from the Swadhisthana chakra. Kanak gave us a lovely explanation of what is a mantra, in that the sound, each sound of the scale, even the Indian scale or the Western scale, corresponds with the chakra. And then we also got introduced to the Bija mantras when we had our meditation on the Agya chakra. So the hum and shum, there's actually a Bija mantra for each chakra. So there's certain sounds that help open the different chakras. I mean, of course, the basic thing is that more that we can be in thoughtless awareness, the more our chakras will open and the more of our mothering energy that we all have inside of us will awaken and take us into a deeper meditation. But the additional thing we've had this week is there are the names of the different deities or incarnations who came at the different stages of our evolution to give us the qualities or the boundaries of behavior to keep us in balance in the central channel. And just the names of those divine personalities will respond in the chakra, the various chakras that they came to enlighten for us. So they've been the stepping stones at each of those chakras, and now they all have their seat in the 1,000-petaled lotus at the Sahasrara, which are the seats of their seats, in fact. So saying the names of those deities or incarnations will broaden the gap in our chakras and take us onto the Sahasrara, where we can feel their presence. And the thing to keep in mind when we're letting you know about the different chakras at the different deities at the different chakras is that anything you say or do needs to be connected. So if it's an affirmation where you're totally connected and at one with your spirit, and you say that affirmation from your heart, that's going to be opening that chakra or energy center the most. And if you say one of the mantras that we're letting you know about at each of the chakras, as long as you're connected and saying it from your Sahasrara, so you're not saying it from your brain, from ego or superego, but you're saying it from that connected space, then it is actually a mantra. So anything's a mantra, even the thought that, let me pour my love upon the divine or Mother Nature all around me. If that comes from your heart, that's a mantra. So that's the thing to keep in mind. So there's no compulsion that you have to do a mantra at each energy center. Just as when we're clearing, we try to go by where we feel we need to put our attention. And when we're meditating, we just try to keep in balance. And obviously, if we're feeling some restriction on one of our fingers or in our heart, we're feeling a pain, then obviously we put our hand where we feel that pain and we try to direct more of our own vibrations and the vibrations of divine to that energy center to release whatever's pressurizing that energy center, and then get more into our thoughtless awareness where we're connected to the all-pervading energy and we can be in meditation. So I hope that makes a bit of sense. Before we start on our meditation just now, if anyone has any questions they want to ask or anything they want to share from the week, feel free to unmute or use the chat button and just pop your questions or anything you want to share at all. So feel free that while we're on the Zoom, it is interactive. So feel free. If we don't chat just now, that's okay. We can chat at the end also. Our internet's working nicely, so we'll get a bit of space to do that. So without further chitter chatter, if there's nothing pressing in your mind that you want to say, we'll move right along and start with our first meditation, if that's all right with everyone. Okay, let's,
Yes.
Great, thank you. So our shoes are off, our glasses are off, and we've got our hands open in our lap. So just taking our attention inside from all of our activity we've just been up to, or activity we're thinking of doing afterwards. Let's just, for a minute, close our eyes and take our attention inside and see where we are. Paying attention to our breath. Let it be easy. And now let's raise our Kundalini through our sequence that we do to use our hands. So the left hand is rising up, the right hand's winding around. So starting at the base of your tummy, coming up, tying one knot for our first energy center. Second time, 2 knots. And the third time, 3 knots, expressing our desire to not think and be in meditation. So now with our hands nicely vibrating, with the right hand, we'll start from the left side and we'll go over and back, 7 times over and back for each of our energy centers, nicely vibrating our entire subtle system. Really concentrating on what we're doing. So we're just aware of what we're doing and nothing else. I think that's 7 times. I've just realized I don't have my new fancy microphone on, so I will put that on. So just looking towards the photograph of Sri Mataji that I've got on my right side here. Just holding your hands at the level just under your heart. Just see how they're feeling, how you're feeling. If you're feeling generally the same on both hands, or if one hand is feeling some vibrations, the other one is not. So before our meditation, we'll just balance ourselves and bring ourselves into the present, more into the present than into the future or the past. So whichever hand you would have been feeling, will then, I'm feeling a little bit more on the right. So I'm going to start with clearing the right side. So I'll put my left hand, fingers up, pointing up, right hand just open on my lap. And I'm just looking at the photograph of Sri Mataji, and I'm just asking the divine all around me to please absorb any heat or overactivity from my right side. So it's quite good to keep your eyes focused on the photograph, in that we don't inadvertently start wandering off future or past. Just to focus your attention. You might feel that wave of warmth going out of the left hand into the environment. And let's bring that left hand on our lap. And then the right hand, let's clear the left side now by dropping the right hand towards or on Mother Earth or the floorboards. Still looking towards the bindi on Sri Mataji's photograph. because it has lots of vibrations, and we can clear out through our eyes as well. So you're just asking in your heart to Mother Earth, please absorb any heaviness, anything taking me to the past. And then bringing the other hand up nicely. So let's now close our eyes. We're going to take our attention inside. So with your attention on the top of your head, we can just we'll split our attention to the earth, and we're thanking the Mother Earth for supporting our meditation. So from the top of your head to where we're seated, thank you, Mother Earth, for supporting my meditation. And please keep my Muladhara chakra, the support of my subtle system, clean and clear. So that my qualities of innocence and wisdom are shining. And taking our right hand onto our heart on the left-hand side, we can say the affirmation that I am the pure spirit. Say that quite a few times. And now the alternative mantra that you could say here, and just see how it feels. So your attention is still on your Sahasrara, on the top of your head. And if you had the words, you could join me, but for a future meditation together, we'll get the words to you by then. But now you can just listen with your attention at Sahasrara, and I will say the mantra of Sri Shiva and Parvati, the deity of the spirit. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shiva Parvati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Just be aware of any change in the feeling of your heart on this left side. Now we'll go to the right side, but we'll change hands. So our left hand will go on our right heart. And this being our ideal behavior. So this is our boundaries of good behavior towards the world and towards our family, our responsibility. So the boundaries of responsibility in that we're not overly responsible and we're not underly responsible. So just for the balance in our responsibility. And so here that the incarnation for this right heart is Sri Ram and his consort Sita. So I will say the mantra of Sri Sita Ram. So just see the difference in your hand, on your right hand, and inside your heart after this mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sita Rama Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And let's go to the center heart. We'll change hands again. So we'll put the right hand on the center heart. Now here's an interesting imagery for fearlessness in our center heart. So it's fearlessness to follow our spiritual journey. And the incarnation or the deity for this center heart is Sri Durga. Now you may have heard, many of you will have heard of Sri Durga. So she's the goddess with all the weapons. So she's got lots of arms and lots of weapons, and she defeats all the devils and the demons who, of course, in current days are here in the form of all of the outrageous and devilish things that people are doing. So they're in and around people who could normally be seen to be good people, but they have bad habits and evil tendencies. So it's not such a clear-cut good people and devils where you could fight them like this. But she sits in our center heart, and of course then on our Sahasrara, when we're in Sahasrara, fighting all those negativities that come our way and make us afraid and feel repressed about doing anything that we really want that would be good for us. So here is the mantra of Sri Jagadamba, and we say that 12 times, and you can all join in with me now, because it's just, I'll say J to start it off, and then it'll just be Jagadamba, and I'll repeat that 12 times. So do join in, because I think saying it yourself does give an even greater response on your chakra. So still with your attention at Sahasrara and saying the mantra of Jagadamba for the center heart. Jai Jagadamba, 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 Jagadamba. I hope you were able to join in. It does feel really nice, the conclusion of saying that. So let's take our hand now up to our forehead, just resting the forehead in your hand. And let's say that Bija Mantra that I mentioned before, that we have done before, which is Hum Shum. So we'll just say that 3 times. Hum Shum, Hum Shum, Hum Shum. And then, of course, the affirmation, I forgive. I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. Just repeat that a couple of times. I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. And now let's go up to the Sahasrara. So stretching your hand, putting the center of the palm onto the center of the top of your head and giving it a little massage, rotating the scalp in a clockwise direction, forward, right side, back, left side. And from our hearts, we're asking, Mother, please strengthen my self-realization. Please strengthen my connection to the all-pervading energy of divine love. Raising your hand, just try to feel where that energy is flowing. It might be a little further away or it might be closer. But in any event, keeping your attention there where you've felt something flowing, bring both hands on your lap. And let's just sit for a few minutes silence in our Sahasrara, 1,000-petaled lotus. 1,000 powers are there in our Sahasrara. Let's try to feel that. And don't forget, if any thought pops in, just say to that thought, not this thought, not now. And we can say the mantra of the Sahasrara where sits Sadashiva. So we will say the mantra of Sri Sadashiva, Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti. And this is where our heart connects with our Sahasrara, with this mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sadashiva Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And slowly opening your eyes. Let's raise our Kundalini again with our hands. Two knots. Then 3 knots. And protecting ourselves with the bandhan 7 times over and back. So let's I'll play the video excerpt now, and it's quite interesting. Srimataji is explaining actually about mantras and the center heart, specifically the center heart. And then we'll take our meditation a little further after the video. So now I will share that video with you. Here we go.
We must understand that Sahaja Yoga is not done through brain activities. Like many people think that if you just tell yourself you have to be like this, it will work out. If you have to all the time inform yourself that, oh, you must get rid of a particular problem, you'll be all right. Or some people think that if they tell somebody that this is wrong with you and you should get well, it will be all right. It is not so. Because Sahaja Yoga does not work on mental level. It works on spiritual level, which is a much higher level than the mental level. So what you have to do is to understand how to correct your chakras. And you must understand how to work out your machines. Perhaps people still live on mental level and try to solve problems on mental level. And that's why all the problems start coming up. Now, if you have a problem with any chakras, or there is anything catching, or you find that there's something wrong, no use working it out on any other level but spiritual level. Some people believe that if they have dressed up like something, or if they outwardly behave like something, they become that. That is not true. Like we have hippies in the West, and they think that they have become primitive. You do not become primitive by believing into it. Because you are so overdeveloped that you cannot become primitive. So by just doing something mentally, we do not become. Now this mental level can go even further in a subtler way into people. Some of you might feel that by knowing some of the artis and things by heart, you will achieve great, is not true also, because that is also just words. But if that is an awakened thing within you, then they become a mantra. And then you can work it out. But first of all, you must achieve a certain standard to have that power to create the mantras. Also, when you say some arti, it's not necessarily possible that it will work out. Let us face the things as they are and not to be conditioned by anything else. You have to achieve a certain depth within yourself to even to enlighten the mantra. First of all, you should have clear-cut vibrations, minimum of minimum. If you have certain chakras catching, then try to improve your chakras with the photograph. With all due respect to the photograph. It's only the photograph which is going to work it out, nothing else. Or if I am there. But once you have achieved a certain state of enlightenment, then you can use mantras, otherwise also it will help. But first of all, your heart must be clear. I have found out in general there are two chakras overwhelmingly not working all right in most of the Western people. First is the heart. That means heart is not clear. That heart is not clean. That in the heart you still are a small person. In the heart you have not placed your mother. You have to purify your heart by looking at the photograph and putting all loving feelings about your mother, understanding her work and putting her into your heart.
So that's very interesting, isn't it? So let's just have a quick, well, not so quick meditation just now without thinking too much. And I'll play a little excerpt from a heart raga while we're meditating, so we can enjoy that. So just get that music playing. And I'll also put on an excerpt. It's the Heart Chakra. One second. It should be. It's a short one. 1 second. It's just playing now. Almost. Well, slowly opening your eyes. I hope you felt a nice meditation there. I will turn off this music, however. Sorry about that. Stop. Mute. Mute. Yep, there we are. Right, we're back. So before we start chatting, there's a couple of things I want to share with you, a few things to follow up with. Let's raise our Kundalini, tying our knots at Sahasrara. 2 knots. Then the third, 3 knots. Then from the left side to the right side and back 7 times. Great. Thank you all. That was a very nice meditation with you all. Very strong vibrations. You're all very strong seekers, I can tell. So I just wanted to talk about our homework, plus talk about what we're going to do after Sunday. So we're not going to ditch you all and let you run amok. We will have some follow-up meditations together because there's so much more we can do. So as you heard in the talk of Srimadaji, you can, we need to open up our centers and the use of mantras. And then she spoke about artis. There's so many things that as our enlightened awareness becomes stronger, there's more things we can absorb to go deeper and deeper. And as I mentioned while we were going into our meditation, there are 1,000 petals indicating there's 1,000 powers in our Sahasrara. So there's a big journey we're all taking together, and we'll get stronger and go deeper together. Homework, I'm not sure if anyone wants to share, but I can start it off by what we wanted to do was just observe when we end up getting into a not premeditated thought process. So just to watch what it is we're doing that makes us go into an habitual thought process. So, for instance, it could be if you're watching where a particular thought process started, it generally is reacting to something. So we react to something when we have gone into an activity without keeping our attention at Sahasrara to start it. For instance, okay, I might be talking about myself, but so I might have gotten late. So then even go back further as to why I'm getting late. So then I've rushed out without putting on, raising my Kundalini and putting myself in Bandhan, which takes your attention up here. And then there's the usual early morning traffic. If in my case in particular, I'll be going to the gym, say. And then the morning traffic is going to the gym. It's quite sort of aggressive in that people will cut you off and they're all in a hurry. And you know, a twice a week person is not so much in a hurry generally, except if you're in a hurry and they're in a hurry and they cut you off, then you'll react to that and then you start thinking. So that was the kind of thing. These little things are what makes our habits, big habits from little things. But then if you keep analyzing what sends you into those thought processes and go back further and further, it means just getting ready a little bit earlier and not going on your computer and doing other things when you should be getting ready and leaving in a balanced way. So I guess that was what I wanted to say about that. So I wanted you all to also contribute to that process where we analyze our thinking and where we're getting taken away from our nice balanced state. So I'll leave that with you and I'll ask you again in these last coming 3 days together. And the other thing was what we're going to do after this, which is to have a couple of meditations together so we can follow up and also talk about your own meditation space at home. So having a photograph is good in that, you know, looking at the photograph, I hope you noticed that difference that when you're looking at the photograph and then bringing yourself into balance in the various ways we are doing it, but you're also keeping your thoughts from joining in with the process. So also the vibrations from the photograph. So if you've got a realized soul and then someone who's very far advanced, the vibrations from Srimataji's photograph, for instance, is extremely good. So that when you put your hands out towards a photograph, same thing happens if you go to the art gallery and there's a painting from a realized soul. You can find out which ones are, that if you're standing in front of that painting, you feel vibrations. So same thing from a photograph. There's not many photographs of realized souls, so we've got Srimataji. So when you stand just now, even with your hands towards her photograph, you feel the increase in vibrations, a lot of cool in your hands, and then it's easier to go into meditation. Okay, so that's the preamble, but from the place that you've probably been to, the resources page on our 7 series page on the website, which is www.freemeditation.com.au/7 series. We've got all the resources there. So you could download a photograph, or if you're on the WhatsApp group for our November meditation group, if you want a photograph sent to you, we could also do that. So you could have a hard copy of one, and happy to do that. That's also possible. So you have a nice photograph, either on a table, on the wall, some flowers, a little candle as I've got there, and that is the basis of having a nice meditation space, meaning that daily spot you can sit in front of to have your 5 minutes meditation. So if you spend 5 minutes getting into balance and you take 20 minutes to get your 5 minutes of silence, you may be allowing half an hour just to get yourself to that thoughtless awareness state where you can be connected to the all-pervading vibrations of divine love that's there just to take us nicely into that arena where all the deities and incarnations are, to nicely give us a refreshment. So that's the goal for our at least every morning. And then as we did foot soaks last week, to carry on with the foot soaks in the evening, best after your busy day, and whatever you've absorbed out in the world, if you can have a foot soak before going to bed, and after your foot soak, have another 5 minutes meditation in that lovely pure state that you suddenly find yourself in. And a reminder also about the ice pack. So just these general ice packs from the chemist or from the supermarket, wrapped in a little cloth, and just keep it on your liver for 5 minutes. I mean, we seriously think a lot and our liver gets hot. So just having that ice pack on for 5 minutes during your meditation, during your foot soak, or any time in the day, if you happen to get, headaches or so keeping the liver hot will have its ramifications. So cool it down before it causes problems. So migraines, for instance, is a perennial hot liver situation. So do try and keep up with the ice pack. So I've talked a lot, but feel free to unmute and let me know how you're going. Also, what you think about us continuing to meditate together at maybe a similar time or maybe a bit later. I'm yet to work out the exact timings, just so that we can have, a mentor situation where we can help you with your ongoing meditation journey. So I hope you're all already on the WhatsApp group. If not, let me know. We can give you the link directly. And of course, it's on the on this screen that I'll show you, which is getting there. So that www.freemeditation.com.au/7 series, and there will be a link there to join into our November WhatsApp group. And of course, if I give you my contact details, if all else fails, just send me a message and I'll join you up if you're not already on that WhatsApp group. So it'll be good to keep in touch, especially if we have a spontaneous meditation for everyone, where we can just go deeper together, and upcoming events that you might be able to join in with also. So anyone got any questions or anything they want to share? Did you have a good meditation? Okay, yep, thanks, Madhu. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Violetta, nice feedback.
Yeah. Hi, Lynn.
Yes.
Yeah, there are so many mantras. So
Yeah.
which mantra, which chakra? I am so confused.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It would get confusing. Let me stop sharing this slide and talk to you directly. So here's the thing. We're giving you the whole medicine cabinet, but you only need the medicine for the exact condition.
Oh,
So that's why it's necessary for us to look inside and see how we are. Now, the good thing is that if we do a spontaneous meditation together, we can also do a clearing together. So then we can put attention on each other, like, you know, we're getting pretty friendly, so that we can try and see which chakras Amy needs to work on, for instance. So we'll all try to clear Amy's chakras.
okay.
And we can do Sundari's chakras, Ursula's chakras. And then, you know, if it's the left Swadhisthana, then which mantra is for that? So you don't need to do everything. It's true, though, if you're sitting for your morning meditation, you may feel in your heart you're really identifying with a particular deity. Once we find out more about those incarnations and the things they demonstrated in their life, and you know, they stand for certain qualities, we may be just spontaneously feeling for the left heart or the left Swadhisthana, and that mantra then and information about the incarnations will be relevant and we'll really feel it in our heart. So it goes back to ourselves, but obviously we can share that together and also give us the resources that are relevant. So don't feel, Amy, that you have to do absolutely everything.
Okay.
That
yeah, if we feel very sad and our heart is heavy, then which chakra is working?
This is so you can take it this way. If you're feeling heavy and sad and that's left side.
Left side.
Yeah. So
okay.
you want to warm up. So your foot soak would be a little warmer. You might use the flame also on the left side. And if it's feeling heavy in your heart, it's your heart.
Okay.
It's very logical. So we can take it that way. And of course we can share that as well, because when you're in the middle of something, you can't see it sometimes. So you just lost and feeling heavy but then if we share it, somebody says, oh yeah, you're feeling left-sided. You go, oh yeah, I am.
Okay.
Then just
what about worry also same thing?
What's that?
If we are worrying about some future things or some kids, it's also left side.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Worrying is super ego. So the thoughts, how to see what the thoughts are. So if we're feeling oppressed by someone or something or a situation, we're left-sided, and those thoughts are coming from superego. If we're feeling fine, you feel it if you're left-sided. You don't feel it so much, but somebody else will feel it if it's right side. So our ego, when we're doing things and it's feeling really good, we have to see, is somebody else suffering from our feeling good?
Okay.
You've gone too far in the right.
Okay.
That's the thing. If you're feeling oppressed by something, it's left side.
Okay. Yeah.
So then, you know, the candle can go on the left side if it's generally all of the chakras, or if you're starting to feel which fingers are tingling, you can just go straight to that chakra.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think I have we have to practice more, then only we can
Yeah, definitely.
realize,
Yeah.
with the chakra. Yeah.
So we can do that after we've finished our advanced series where we're giving you the whole medicine cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
Then we'll do some collective meditations where we'll do a foot soak for half of it, and then we'll do a meditation for half of it. So then we can see what it is we're feeling and like share what the catches are and what the treatment is.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So definitely we'll do that. I think everyone would benefit from that.
Yeah. What about morning times after this series?
Yeah.
Can we do 10 o'clock like that mornings
You
meditation?
can do mornings.
Yeah.
Just depends on the time that's going to suit most people.
Okay.
Anyone else got feedback on the timings that are going to suit them?
Hi, Lynn. If I could interrupt before
Yes.
everyone goes, it was so nice to hear you talk about clearing together, and I'm just wondering tomorrow if we could perhaps do that briefly before we start the meditation. We could all just sit down and see what catches we have on our fingertips and try and do a collective clear out tomorrow.
Yeah, excellent. Is that Gulshan?
Yeah.
Welcome. So nice you made it here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't checking who's who.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
That's why it was such a good meditation, Gulshan.
No. It was nice. Nice for me too.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea actually. So tomorrow's session, we can because it's just you and I, Gulshan, tomorrow.
Okay.
So we can do a clearing for the start.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that'd be good. And check the vibrations of everyone. We can all check together and do a clearing together of whatever everyone's feeling.
Yeah, that will be great.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. Thank you, Lynn.
Later.
Yeah.
Hi, Lynn and everyone.
Yes.
My name is Sundri, and
Yes.
I wanted to say I really enjoyed the collective meditation today.
Oh, great. You're most welcome. Sundri, have you been coming to a few of the sessions?
I managed to squeeze in 2 this week because of
good
appointments on the other days, but I intend to follow them. Yes.
Excellent. So these daily at middays are finishing on Sunday. That'll be our last one, but
Right.
We will at least twice a week try to meet together to do clearing and meditation. So we don't ditch everyone then at the last minute. I mean, there is another. So what the plan is that every month we'll have a beginner, intermediate, advanced series starting at the beginning of every month. But then if you've already done the full series, then we'll carry on together anyway.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sundri, where are you joining us from?
I'm from Adelaide in South Australia.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that sounds like a plan we've got there, everyone.
Yeah.
And so that's great. How are you going, Ashwini?
Going really good. I'm just enjoying the feeling.
Oh, good.
And
Good.
yeah, so this time is suitable for me. This time I can come like 12 to 1 AST. And yes, but the clearing thing is really good. Like I would also want to do that, just to learn how to clear all this chakras.
Yeah.
Today it was really blissful, like you were singing all those mantras. So it was, thank you for that.
Oh, that's all right.
Nice.
No, thank you for being there and feeling it. It's really good. We'll we'll definitely do that clearing. Half of tomorrow we'll do for clearing, and then taking it further with the mantras, just so that you get to feel what that's like as well.
Okay.
And sorry, Ursula, what time suited you? Was that suitable for you this time also, or?
Hi, everyone. I'm Ursula, coming from
Hi.
Sydney.
Ah.
So, yeah, 12 midday is fine for me.
Yeah.
I think it suits everyone else, and I'd love to do a collective twice a week. I think it's been great.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you did the mantras, I just felt so much more than I've ever done, because this is my first time to start your yoga. So I was like, whoa, I can feel more. So it was great. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's good feedback that you could feel the difference of doing with mantras. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, I've messaged you on WhatsApp to please send me a photo, because I don't have I want a nice photo that I can print up and, get it framed, so that, I can have that to look at and meditate and feel
So
vibration.
did you get the, you can send me your address either by message or by email? Did you catch
I think you've got me on, the other name I go by is Nuri. So Nirmala.
you're
So that's
Niri. Oh, okay.
that's me.
We know
Zoom was set up with.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Oh, excellent. All right. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you can give me your address and I can send you one. No problem.
Thank you so much. It was great. Thank you. It was really, really good today.
It was good with all of you too. It was really good. So yeah, excellent. All right. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks to Chirag for managing our YouTube connection. If anyone on YouTube, if you want to say anything, give any feedback, ask any questions, you can do so in the chat on YouTube as well, because Chirag's got his eye on that, and he'll give us the message if there's anything you want to ask. So feel free. And also, if you're not already in the November meditation WhatsApp group, come on over. So all the information you need, or you can and also ask me by sending a message or an email for that link to get into the WhatsApp if you haven't already joined. Great, Chirag, good idea, sticking that in there. So everyone, you can see there the address for the 7 series, where there should be a link to join our WhatsApp group, so we can carry on communicating, and especially if we spontaneously decide to do something together. So I guess I'm going over time. So thank you all. That was great. Thank you so much. And be here tomorrow, same time, and we'll do some extra clearing. So thanks all. I better finish us off.
Thank you.
Love meditation.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.